Hello everyone, welcome to the Sun in the third house in your chart. This video is good for you if the Sun is 3 houses away from your ascending sign. You can also read it from your moon chart, Chandra Lagna, and there is some relevance also in the D9 Navamsa. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to sub below. Let's begin. What is the third house in your chart? It's the early development stage when you develop sense of ego, sense of your own separate desires, and it's all the conflict with your siblings, sibling rivalry. Therefore, third house especially represents siblings, cousins, neighborhood as well. It's a house of fighting, of competitors and competition, pretty much like the sixth house. And to compete in the world, you need to have communication skills. So good communication skills, presentation skills, and writing skills of all sorts are shown in this house. It definitely represents hand-on skill as well, such as cooking, carpentry, digital technology, all of these things. It's a very competitive house, and it's a house of longevity because it is the 8th house from the 8th house, a secondary house of longevity. It's a house of Gemini, so it's about moving around in many ways. It's a very restless house. It's about meeting, greeting other people, and there's a high sexuality also to the third house. And who is the Sun? The debitor of the Sun is Surya, but he is known as Ravi as he travels around in the sky throughout one solar year. He enters all of the rasis, creating them at every new moon, so that we have 12 signs in all. He is showing the light of existence and eternal reality because he represents our spirit soul, who we really are, known as Atman. This Atman resides in the heart chakra in your body. It is linked to the Supreme and also links you to every other living being. Sun in our chart represents purity and dharma, how we have to follow righteous action. Otherwise, he can be a very punishing planet in some cases. In your chart, he is a Karaka representative for the father, for the government, for leaders and all authority figures. And he shows your ability to rise in life also. He shows your ability to be creative, to be inventive, but very importantly, to create wealth and resources in your life. He is connected to the health and the vitality of our body. He gives us the ability to rise anew after every setback and to continue to make progress spiritually throughout every lifetime. But when a Sun has gone 3 houses away from ascendant, is it good or not? Well, the first thing to understand, everyone, it's a very mixed position. This has to be seen. Why? Because the Sun is in the actual house where Mars is Karaka. Mars is Karaka for the third house. This is good. You get courage, ambition, many skills with this position for sure. At the same time, this is the natural house of Gemini, where Rahu is exalted. So therefore, the Sun is a little bit eclipsed here, or he could go into a very dangerous state of over ego development, which therefore could cause some relationship issues. I will discuss this. But first of all, please understand the sign of your Sun. That will contain the karmas you have in your chart with Surya. Check the video on my channel, Sun Karmas All Signs, carefully. I will put that below this video and again at the end. First blessing of the Sun, well placed in aspected third house, he will give you sharp intellect, an incredible ability to learn new skills. You will be always picking up on some new ability which will serve you in your career and in your life generally. The Sun is lighting up the house of communication. Your communication skills are the key to everything. You can be a fantastic writer, blogger, journalist, anything where you are using words, speaking, presentations, etc., or writing. You take people with you. When you speak, you light up the room. It's normally a very good factor for connection to your siblings or even cousins. You connect deeply to them. There is a deep protective factor. You feel responsible for them, and that can be vice versa as well. It's not going to be so smooth when Saturn gets involved with the Sun here. Mars, Rahu, Ketu, there's some difficult karmas to resolve, but still the relationship is going to be central. Siblings, cousins even, become very important in your destiny. Your feelings of responsibility, feeling of wanting to help, wanting to support people doesn't just end with siblings, cousins. It extends to your whole neighborhood. It's a quite brave position to have the Sun actually in the actual house of Mars, as I said. So you get great courage, motivation by this. You will always come up to the mark no matter what the challenge. In fact, Sun third house quite thrive when there are challenges. You will always rise to a challenge. You have a great deal of ingenuity. You are tremendously organized with this Sun third house. You have tremendous systematic way of dealing with things, and this is going to get you a lot of notice. And of course, you will be skilled in technical factors, digital technology, maybe artistry skills like music, drama, acting, all of these things. You are skilled in whatever it is you decide to do. You will do it to the highest and most technical expertise. Because Sun is king, ruler, leader, and the government, generally people who have this Sun third house make excellent politicians or government workers of any sort. But whatever you do for a living, you impress authority figures with your organization skill, with your responsibility, with your general savvy nature. You get much appreciation. As I said earlier, Gemini rules the third house in the natural zodiac, where Rahu gets exalted. So the sun must act from the highest ethical standards. Otherwise, there can be many temptations even. And the sun is fire tattva, and this is the natural house of sexuality. So sexuality in some cases could be inflamed, but you must see the whole chart. You see, negatively, this is the house of ego, and sun is ego. So ego could get overinflated in some cases. When there is negative aspect, definitely. You could expect that the sun here could be quite bossy, quite controlling under certain circumstances, and this is not going to impact relationships well. Family relationships or intimate relationships. But still, the sun has an aspect of desire onto the 9th house of dharma and religiosity. So it's a very dual position. There is definitely a different side to this sun third house than I've just been talking about. Third house sun deeply desires to have education, to have knowledge, to have wisdom of all kinds. But because it is the sun here, it isn't just about having it. It's about people knowing that you have it. You want to be known for the knowledge which you get. You want those academic letters after your name, which is all very well and good. But don't become too proud. That could be a problem. But definitely, sun's aspect here goes deeper than just intellectual academic knowledge. Sun here needs the guru. Sun here needs a teacher into philosophy, religion, deep truths of life. When you find this person, you become inspired. You become completely satisfied at a soul level. Be clear with the sun in the third house. Once you get this knowledge and wisdom, what should you do? You should teach it. You should spread it out. You should speak about it. Communicate it far and wide. That is the karma of the sun third house. Now, third house sun is a very restless position for the sun, but aspecting the 9th house, it shows that very often foreign travel, pilgrimage even, is an important part of your destiny. The sun is father. Aspecting the 9th house, father could be a real guru to you, guide to you, inspiration to you, definitely. It could be extremely karmic, beneficial relationship. But when the malefics get involved, particularly Saturn, in this 9th house, 3rd house, aspecting, or any malefics actually, there could be disturbance to the father relationship. Check out Sun Karmas in all signs up on your screen right now, and don't forget to sub below if you're new. Goodbye for now. God bless you all.